The Brazil we've known since childhood. The king of football. The team around which our endless dreams revolve. How uncertain does their future look today? And whenever we try to turn those dreams into reality, one name always flashes before us. Carlo Ancelotti. One of the most experienced and successful coaches in world football, and now the man in charge of Brazil. We thought, yes, now everything will be fine. This time we'll see our deserving stars in the squad. This time Brazil will return to its former glory. But the problem is, day by day, the gap between dream and reality is becoming clearer. Even with a legendary coach like Ancelotti, the picture we're seeing in squad selection is far from satisfactory. In fact, it feels like the same old mistakes, the same disappointments, the same poor decisions are being repeated all over again. For a country like Brazil, where talent never runs out, when we look at the current squad today, we can't help but ask, are these players really worthy of representing Brazil in the World Cup? The frustration of Brazil fans has reached a point where it no longer needs explanation. Performance on the field, player selection, the chaos in midfield. Altogether, the Brazil team looks like a lonely camel stranded in a desert. Just looking at the midfield makes one wonder, is this truly Brazil? Or some team lost in the Sahara Desert? But here's the real question. Is Brazil lacking midfielders? Absolutely not. The issue is something else. The ones who deserve opportunities aren't getting them. And the ones whose selection is constantly questioned keep getting called up again and again. Take Lucas Paqueta or Fabinho, for example. They're not bad players at all, but are they truly good enough for the Brazil national team, especially on a stage as big as the World Cup? How well do they match Brazil's current competition level, pace, and demands? The questions remain. On the other hand, when talking about Brazil's best midfield duo, the first two names that come up are Casemiro and Bruno Guimaraes. There's no doubt about their quality. But expecting both of them to be in top form in every match, every tournament, and every situation is unrealistic. Footballers are humans, not robots. They need backups. And that's where Brazil's biggest problem lies. If the backups are players like Paqueta or Fabinho, then in a World Cup, who will turn a match around for you? Who will take command of the midfield? One of Carlo Ancelotti's most important tasks should be building strong alternatives for Casemiro and Bruno. But for some reason, that area seems to be ignored. If we look at the talented midfielders currently in Brazil, we find so many players being overlooked. First, Andreas Pereira. He can play both as a number 8 and a number 10. He's effective as a central midfielder and also as an attacking midfielder. His vision, creativity, and game control make him a perfect backup for Bruno Guimaraes, if not an excellent alternative altogether. When talking about attacking options, another name that cannot be ignored is Matheus Pereira, one of the best attacking midfielders in the Brazilian league. His performances as a number 10 have been outstanding. With Neymar or Rafinha out, not having someone as creative as Matheus in the squad is unbelievable and, frankly, unfair. Then comes the question of replacing Casemiro. Since he often overlaps in attack now, someone needs to cover his position. And a great choice for that role is Melo. The same Arthur who controlled the midfield tempo in the 2019 Copa America and helped Brazil win the title. He is now back in great form. His average rating of 7.2 at Grêmio is truly premium-level performance. Not including such a player in the squad feels like a clear mistake. And not just Arthur, Atlanta's Ederson is another hidden gem. His contribution as a defensive midfielder is huge. Any experienced coach knows that going into a World Cup requires multiple replacements. Yet the decisions being made are simply not fitting for a team like Brazil. Look at the midfield of Argentina, France, Spain. You'll understand instantly how far modern football has evolved. Then it raises a painful question. Can Brazil really compete with those giant teams anymore? Overall, here's the reality. Even though our trust in Carlo Ancelotti is full, there are major issues within the operational team around him. The observations required for squad selection are completely off track. And that's why one wrong decision after another is being made. Carlo cannot do everything alone. That's normal. But identifying the right players, providing accurate data, giving proper scouting feedback. These are responsibilities of his staff. And this is exactly why the frustration surrounding Brazil's midfield has reached its peak. What do you think about all this? What's your opinion on Brazil's midfield? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see more content like this, follow us on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube.